got the highest infection rates in the whole world. New York State, where they dump large amounts of sewage in the Hudson River, the Niagara River, the Mohawk River, the Lachute, the Richelieu River that runs up to the St. Lawrence. Huge amounts of sewage and semi-treated sewage dumped all over New York State. And then, of course, they've got the highest cancer rates in New York State. The highest cancer rates in the United States are in New York because they have radioactive geology. There's a lot of radioactive rocks, particularly in the Catskills and in the Adirondacks. But shh, don't say anything, because Governor Cuomo and Basil Sagos and Frito over there at CNN, they don't want to lose all their money. You see, folks, all these sewage treatment plants, that's what makes the real estate developers rich. Because without the sewage treatment plants, you can't make billions of dollars in speculative real estate scheming and speculative real estate scamming. Turds. There's a lot of money in sort of, kind of, maybe, possibly treating the turds from your big apartment complexes and your condos and your big skyscrapers. Right, Donald Trump? Come on, Donald Trump. Explain Blackwater to everybody. Basil Sagos, Frito, come on, CNN. Get Frito to explain the correlation between sewage treatment plants and Wall Street. You can't have the big townhome condo. You can't have the luxury high-rise buildings, Donald Trump, without flushing the toilets, like at the airport and at the government building, at county hall, and, at the village offices and the town offices. You gotta flush the turds. Ask Mayor Bill Blaze of Lake George, New York, about the unbelievable dumping of sewage into Halfway Brook on Lake George. Ask Basil Sagos about the massive problems of septic tank leaking into Lake George and Lake Champlain. So yes, Governor Andrew Cuomo, you've got the worst virus rates in the world, and that's because of all your septic leachings and your sewage treatment plants that aren't being operated correctly and all need updating. So folks, I'm going to leave it right there. The worst infection rates and deaths in the United States. They're in old New York, and it's got everything in the world to do with the pee-pee and the poo-poo being covered up and hidden while it's being flushed into Lake George and Lake Champlain, the Hudson River, the Great Lakes, and the St. Lawrence River. Oh, and by the way, Quebec, Canada, Quebec, Montreal, and Toronto, all of the Canadian cities and villages use the St. Lawrence River like a giant open sewer. Just like the Hudson River, Andy Cuomo. To all my family and friends, if you can't understand it, well, just go on back to sleep and let Donald Trump bullshit his way into the next election. Hasta la vista, God bless, and you betcha, we're coming back.